Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second to the last episode of the Daily Brief before the new year, and Happy New Year in advance. This is going to be the second to the last episode that we are going to be doing before the new year. So, we are having the last episode for this year on Wednesday. Now, today we are discussing something very, very topical that is trending in the global financial market, and that is silver. Yes, silver and gold. All that glitters is not gold, but it seems that silver is also glittering, just to put it that way. So, when gold was doing record numbers, gold has done several percentage, tens of percentages this year. Silver has now also picked up, and in the last 3 months alone, silver has done 38%, and it is also in pace to actually do almost 180% year to date. So you heard me right, 180%, which is a very, very record number. So the reason for this is what I'm going to break down this morning. So why exactly is silver becoming hot in the market? Why are investors piling into silver across the world? Number one reason, there is a very, very explosive demand for silver in various sectors, but in the solar panel sector, in the solar industry, silver is of high demand. EV, electric vehicle companies like of Tesla, the likes of Lucid, the likes of Rivian, all of them actually need silver. Also, the 5G industry, a whole lot of noise has gone out of 5G, but 5G rollout, 5G networks are still now being rolled out in different parts of the world. So they need silver. Secondly, global supply chain of silver is really, really in short demand. So supply of silver is now in deficit because roughly 70% of silver that is produced is a byproduct of actual mining of copper, zinc, and other precious metals. So silver is not necessarily mined separately. So if the mining industry is seeing a slowdown, or they can't actually keep up with the supply of some of other precious metals, it is actually going to have a serious effect on the price of silver and the supply of silver. Also, the monetary policy, there is a very, very big fear. Let me use that word. Fear that the next Federal Reserve chairman, which is like the central bank chairman in the US, is likely to be a favorite of President Trump, who he will be appointing that person, even though the person that is there was his appointee, but he doesn't like the person because Jerome Powell, who is the current Fed chairman, doesn't believe in just cutting rates like the president wanted it. So the next person is feared to be someone that will actually be a favorite of lower interest rates, and the more interest rates go lower, the more the value of the money in dollar terms in your pocket actually goes down. It is likely to also increase inflation indirectly in the medium to short term. But at the end of the day, when investors have this fear that a whole lot of their savings and assets, especially real estate, might actually go down in value, what they will actually do is to buy safe haven assets such as gold, and now silver is also one of their favorites. So also some geopolitical tension, China, the US, tension in the Middle East, which Iran, Israel, some of other tensions is. All of this coming together is making people to buy silver more and more. There is also a gold-silver ratio compression. So silver generally lags behind gold in early bull market, and when it experiences a sharp catch-up, it will actually do a whole lot higher. So the gold-silver ratio has now narrowed significantly. So in the pecking order of precious metals, gold is up there, followed by silver. So silver will surely catch up, and that's why a whole lot of other investors or general market sentiment is now, okay, we have exposure to gold, can we also have silver? Because silver is also in high demand and is also a safe haven asset. Now, there is a bonus. What other reasons is behind this surge in price of silver? Number 5 reason, which I haven't mentioned, is the boom in the AI sector. Yes, you heard me right, AI super cycle. Some people call it a bubble, some people call it a hype, but the AI super cycle actually need silver. Why? Data centers have become primary drivers of silver demand, and data centers, especially data center that powers generative AI, the compute, or the ChatGPT, the Claude, the Gemini, models that you use on your phone or your computer, they all need silver, because high performance computing that actually power all these servers actually needs silver in thermal management, management of heat. Silver is also a very, very superior conductor. Silver is corrosion resistant, and it's very, very good in different weather, and it's very, very in high demand by these data center companies. Now, as Stockertim, how do we want to play when silver is now hot in the market? Are we going to follow the hype? Are we investing in a different way? What exactly are we doing? So the best way to go about this, based on experience, the best way we are going to go about it is not to actually follow the hype. It's not to actually invest in individual stocks or invest in mining companies or invest in companies who claim to trade silver. We will rather invest in the ETF, because the ETF gives us a better protection. The ETF is a bit more balanced, because mining companies do have a lot of debt on their balance sheet. They could actually even perhaps sell more shares when they know that their share is going up in price, and that will actually dilute what you have, and the price of their stock or share will actually come down drastically. So you don't want to get caught up in that kind of web where you actually get given a very heavy bag that is virtually empty. You better actually position yourself for the entire ecosystem, and that's why we are going with the ETF. And the one ETF that comes to mind, which we have analyzed and we think is the best position to go into, is the SLV ETF. The SLV ETF is what we will actually see as the most preferred ETF. So I will get into the SLV ETF in a short while before we end. So the SLV ETF, which is the iShares Silver Trust physical, so it's a physical kind of silver ETF, like actual silver is being bought anytime anybody actually buys this ETF. So it's not a derivative; it's actually physical silver being bought. Is perhaps the most respected and sought after ETF for silver, with about 28 billion in market cap. This year alone, for some of us watching this video and you're not just listening, this year alone, SLV has done 170%. In the last 3 months, or let's just look at the last 6 months, it has done 116%. So the bulk of the gains for this year was actually in the last 6 months, and we also have a whole lot in the last 1 month, about 35%. So SLV perhaps might not go very, very fast, especially now that silver seems to be overbought. So if you want to position yourself into this ETF, you rather invest gradually, you invest continuously, bearing in mind that next year we might have interest rate being lowered at least 2 or 3 times in the first to second quarter, and this could also accelerate demand for precious metals like gold and silver. So we have added, as you can see, if you go to the premium stock picks spreadsheet, which I'm going to add to the description of this video or this podcast, you can actually see that we've added the SLV iShares Silver Trust. And I would suggest that any of us who do not have ETFs in our portfolio, if you need any support, any guidance on how you can add ETF and invest in ETF, or what exactly is ETF, if you haven't really understand what ETF is, we can give you all the guidance. Do not hesitate to give us a chat. Just reach out to us via the WhatsApp number, reach out via email, but the WhatsApp is quite good because we can always respond as quickly as possible. And if we need to actually have a brief call with you, we can do that if that's necessary. So thank you so much for listening and watching this episode. We will actually have our last episode on Wednesday, and that will be the wrap-up episode for the year. For our events next year, we are having our annual review on the 21st of February. We are also having a special session for all premium members that is going to be exclusive and by invitation only to all premium members. So please keep your calendars very, very open and also accommodate these dates. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care, keep investing, keep growing. Take care, and bye-bye.